So we are back with a brand new episode of Walkin' Talkin with Tim, and my guest today is Heather Sanderson, and Heather is the Director of Member Experience at the Chamber of Commerce, Southern New Jersey. South Jersey Chamber is what I call it. And I told her she's the dome of the South Jersey Chamber, right?
Director of Member Experience, that's right.
So we're gonna start out by letting Heather, World Heather, tell the world exactly what it is that you do as the dome.
Sure thing. So, the dome, I love it. My sister's gonna get a kick out of this one. So as the Director of Member Experience, I am in charge of onboarding all of our new members and working directly with the members to make connections, make sure that they have a point of contact at the Chamber where they feel comfortable reaching out to me with any questions they have. I want to make sure I'm pointing them in the right direction and being strategic with their membership. Sometimes you join an organization and if you don't get it right off the bat, you kind of shy away and you don't stay active throughout the year.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that people are comfortable with me and know that they can reach out at any time and we can be plotting and planning and figuring out the best way for them to utilize their membership.
That stay active thing, she's talking about me right there.
Subtle hint.
Subtle hint, Tim's not that active. I am a member, however, but I'm not that active. You know, you can only
You're a busy guy.
You can only be so active when you're a member of a lot of different organizations and, whatnot. That's what happens, right?
We appreciate your support. So
we go to what we can, right?
Absolutely. Hey, and it doesn't matter how many you come to, it's the ones that you come to that make the most sense.
Well, it's easy because Christina sends us me a text saying, you need to come.
There you go. So,
and we come. It's that simple,
Nice.
It's good stuff. But listen, so I'm a big fan of the South Jersey Chamber. I'm a big fan of your crew. You're a crew of 11 people. I love it. I think that you guys, I told Christina this, I think that you helped so many businesses get through COVID. I was the president of the Woodbury Chamber at the time, on the back half, on the back nine of that. And I directed companies to your website because you guys had your act together and you had everything listed. You knew everything that was going on. Like it was just, you were just so connected to all the answers people needed at the time, particularly small business, right?
Absolutely.
So it's just, I'm so grateful that you guys were able to do what you did and you were a great team doing it.
And honestly, I wasn't even with them at that time, but I was a member and an ambassador. So for me,
I remember that.
I was laid off during that time and they were kind of my lifeline and my connection to the business world. Like, you don't want to just
helped
stop.
you too.
Yeah, you don't want to just stop networking. You have these connections with people and you're all kind of going through the same thing where you're used to working every day and being around a bunch of people and bouncing ideas off each other. So it was kind of a nice community to have during that time. And they really did an amazing job. And now that I work for them, I see how they did this.
And you're so much happier.
I am.
I knew you when you worked for all the other companies, and that's fine, but you're so much happier now. So let's get into you. Let's talk about you and watch that puddle.
Thank you.
So, you grew up in Clayton.
In Franklinville, my parents grew up in Clayton. Yes.
Right. So you hail from Clayton.
I do.
And you grew up in Franklinville.
Yes.
And you said that your mom and dad lived back to back in two different properties, and that's how they met. And then your mom and dad apparently broke up, right?
They did.
And then now your mom's remarried for 30 some years.
And my dad as well. So I have 4 amazing parents, and I know how blessed I am because 4 really.
Right.
They're all awesome. Like it's amazing.
It's very cool. I mean, everybody gets along. You said it's good
do.
stuff. And you said now it's you and Chase and Brian.
Yes.
Right? For
My
you
boys.
right now. That's your current family and you and the boys. So, but I was talking to you about the fact that I always notice that whenever I see you post something or whenever I hear you talking, that you talk about Chase a lot, and you can tell that you have a super special bond with your son, and that's very cool. You said that in high school you were athletic, you played softball and basketball, but you said your son Chase is a baseball player.
He is, and he does basketball too, but baseball is his passion, man. He loves it.
But you're at everything.
I try to be as much as possible. I never thought I'd be that mom, but I am decked out head to toe, South Jersey Young Guns gear.
Screaming on the sidelines, yelling at the refs.
Got my notebook, I keep track of the score
Do you yell
and
at the
everything.
refs?
I'm pretty tame compared to some of the parents. Y'all know who you are. And, but.
That's a yes, by the way.
Yeah, occasionally. You got sometimes, you know, you got to point out the obvious.
You're a bum. No. So that's cool. You know, so we talked about a lot of different things, and that was one of them that I wanted to bring up because, see, I told you, the cars go by, they don't hit us. So, but we talked about your son, you know, and to me that's really important because I think you said that, you know, for a while it was just you and your son.
It was, and I wouldn't trade that time for anything in the world because he's an amazing kid. We just have a really great bond, and you know, he's a teenager now, so it's a little different. Suggestion for anybody who has a teenager that's kind of like going out on their own, get a puppy. It helps. It occupies a lot of your time.
Chase, hang out with your mom.
Yes.
Come on, buddy.
But I hope one day he realizes how much that
They all come
I
back.
love him. Yeah,
They all come back.
We had some really great times together, and we still do, you know, and even the time that when I'm driving him to his sports or driving him to his friend's house or whatever, like that time means a lot to me because that's when we actually talk and have conversations. So.
Well, he's out gallivanting around now, but he'll be back.
He'll be back. I think so.
Yeah, trust me. The boys and their moms, no doubt. So all kids and their moms, you know, I watch it with my own. So we also talked about, you know, the places that you've been, places that you've worked. You know, you grew up, and you said you went to Delsey High School.
Did.
And then you went to Gloucester County College. Then you went to Rowan. So shout out to all those places, all local to us, right?
Absolutely.
And you got a degree in communications.
I do.
So,
didn't really know what I wanted to do.
What I want to be when I grow up, I don't know, but you figured it out, right? So you said you worked at National Paintball, which is very cool.
It was awesome. It was such a great experience.
Yeah. So and then you said I remember True Green, Doc Uval. What am I missing? Joe Canals.
Yeah, I was all over the place. I was the liquor store girl for a while. You know,
Well, you said you liked it.
You know what? I loved it, and this is going to sound so corny and cliche, but there were people that would come in and talk to me and then say, "You're the only person that has talked to me all day. You're the only person that treats me with any respect." And then they'd come in 5 more times that day because they just wanted to
the liquor
talk.
store?
Yes, they just wanted to talk.
Listen, if you're going to the liquor store 5 times in one day, you might have to. There's a number you can get.
But you know, it meant a lot to me that I could have a positive impact on somebody, and I wanted to make sure that everybody was treated exactly the same. So, you know, we have some younger people working there that would huff and puff if people came in with a handful of change, and I would be the one that would be like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
I was out of change.
I was out of change, and you just saved the day." Because then you've got a line of people behind them judging them and huffing and puffing as well.
Yeah.
But you know, I met a lot of awesome people working there, people that I still see to this day, and yeah, so you kind of make it the best of every situation. And the owner of that Joe Canals really helped me out through a hard time, so I'm forever grateful for him.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So beyond that, so we talked about some other stuff. So I did ask you your favorite genre of music, and I didn't necessarily get a genre answer, but I did get Bruce Springsteen.
That's my boy. Yes.
Bruce is your boy.
I do. I love it. It's a bond with my mom and my sister. You know, growing up listening to him, and
Born to Run.
I have the album cover. I had it printed out on a canvas. My dad made me a frame, and it hangs up in my office.
Oh, that's cool.
Him and Clarence. It's awesome.
Wow, that's pretty deep. That's a lot of Bruce.
It's a lot of Brit. But then on the other wall, I have Chester Bennington from Linkin Park because I'm all over the place with music. So.
But you've seen Bruce in concert.
Oh yeah.
The guy plays for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
He's one of the only people that actually gives you your bang for your buck because that guy plays forever.
100%.
I've seen that show. It's crazy. So, but on top of that, you said that you've been converted thanks to your friend Christina.
Christina and Mackenzie, they got me. I'm a Swiftie now too, and I appreciate the work ethic of that woman. And yeah, Christina and Mackenzie
She's
are
a
huge
songwriter.
She's amazing, and you know, just to hear Christina and Mackenzie talk about her and the amazing things that people don't even know, it really got us, a lot of us on the staff, got us intrigued. Oh, here comes our buddy.
I know.
And
check out this car. There it goes. It's a 1938 Model A, you said?
I think so. Tried to sell it to Tim.
They try to sell it to us. Nice guy. But love the horn too. That was great.
That was great.
Got me a beer. So where were we? So
Taylor Swift. So Christina took us all to the Taylor Swift concert. So at that point, I was like, well, I need to become a Swiftie and I need to do my homework. So they downloaded the entire playlist for us, and I studied.
Oh, geez.
And I studied for months. And then when I went to the concert, I actually knew the songs, and it made it that much better. So
yeah, that's very cool.
yeah.
So next time that happens, and she takes everybody, and you all go to, was it the link?
Oh yeah.
And you get the box. Hey, I want to go. I'm a Swiftie, you know? Come on.
You'd fit right in.
I would fit right in. Come on. I've taken my daughters to every Taylor Swift concert that ever happened. You know, so anyway, listen, and I like her. I actually like the music. I'm a big fan. So the other thing was vacation. We talked about where you like to go. And you said you've been on vacation to Turks and Caicos. You mentioned, what was your place?
I've been to Cancun and Costa Rica, and just I love a good tropical vacation.
Living the lush life, she is.
It's not often.
So one of the other things that we talked about was your favorite charity.
Yes.
That was it, right? So talk to them about what, you have two.
I have two favorites, I do, because I am on the advisory board for the Crisis Response Canines, which just blows my mind every day. They are an amazing group of handlers and canines who are trained in trauma. They respond to traumatic events, natural disasters, mass shootings all over the country.
It's wild what they do.
Yeah, they provide a lot of healing for the survivors, for the first responders. So, they were down in Uvalde. They have a big luncheon every September at Adelphia. It's a local charity too.
Right.
And they actually had one of the survivors from Uvalde last year come up, a little girl, and she was just amazing. So they just do a lot, and I'm a huge animal lover, huge dog lover, so it just kind of makes it even better because I get to hang out with all the dogs. But then the other one is Children's International. I sponsor a little boy, Mario.
Which is very cool.
Yeah, I've been sponsoring him when I worked at DocuVault. My boss, Keith DiMarino, sponsored a child, and I said, I want to do this too. So I chose a little boy who's a year older than Chase. So that was in 2014. And now Mario is going to be 16 next month in July.
Wow.
So I get to send him support and get to send little extra donations here and there. And then he sends me pictures of what he gets to purchase with his mom at the grocery store. It's really cool. So he writes me letters. He used to draw me pictures when he was little. And it's just a really great organization.
It's very cool.
I love it.
So last question, and I've never asked anybody this question. If you could go back in time and tell your younger self something, what would it be?
Oh.
Give yourself advice when you were a teenager.
Sure.
When you were cleaning the bed and breakfast in Seattle.
Oh, no. Just, you don't have to have everything figured out right away. And especially right now, I have twin nephews who are graduating from high school this week. And I know there's so much pressure on kids to have everything figured out and to go to these big schools. And you really don't have to. You know, I really didn't know what I wanted to do for a long time. You figure things out. Me and my mom have a saying, FSO, I don't know if I can curse on here, but you figure shit out.
Yep.
And you do, you figure it out as you go. You don't want to get pigeonholed into something that you don't want to do just because you feel like you have to make a choice right when you're coming out of school.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so you'll figure it out along the way. You just got to work hard at whatever you're doing to get to that point.
Commit.
Yes, absolutely.
Commit to something.
Yep.
We just FSO'd back there.
We did.
Anyway, so listen, well, thanks for being on. And if anybody wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
Absolutely. You can go onto the Chamber of Commerce's website, which is chambersnj.com, and then under our team, my contact information is right there. So,
and you're on LinkedIn. And
absolutely. LinkedIn, Facebook.
All that good stuff.
Yeah.
So there you go. So listen, thanks for watching. Keep on watching, keep on moving. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, especially YouTube these days. And remember, this whole thing's powered by Telecorp Technologies. And we will see you next time on Walkin' and Talkin'
with Tim.
And there we go. Peace, y'all.
See ya.